I'm Anton.
A birthmark?
Yeah.
I'm Atoya Rishiki. I was a captain of the Handyman Service Club. One day, my old classmate from middle school came to see me. Her name was Arioka. She said she needed some help.
Look.
Then she took off her shirt and she showed me her birthmark. Wow. What is that? It was a birthmark and it looked like a human face.
I was born with this. I heard you knew a lot about these things, so...
They called it Jimenso. I've heard about this. But I thought it was a myth. They said these things could talk just like a real human, but I never really believed it. My guess is it was just a coincidence and people just made up a bunch of stories to explain the phenomenon. But... wow, it moves? The birthmark on her back, it started moving around.
Yeah, I don't know what to do about this thing. I went to see all kinds of doctors about this, but nobody was able to help, so I just kept this a secret. I knew it would only scare people, so... But then, the other day, I went to see this doctor. Dr. Asagiri. I heard he was one of the best.
This is what we call a vanishing twin.
A vanishing what?
It's when one of the twins disappears from the womb. It's rare, but it happens sometimes. The fetus just disappears, so that's why they call it that.
Wait, twin? You mean...
Yeah, you had a twin brother or sister.
What? I couldn't believe it. I had no idea. When I first went to the doctor, he told me it was twins. What? But then the fetus just disappeared one day.
Usually the fetus gets absorbed, but in your case, it somehow made its way onto your back. So this is not a bruise. This is what we call a conjoined twin.
What? So apparently this thing was my twin. The doctor said it was a rare case. The odds of this happening were 1 in 500,000.
It's not actually alive, though, so if you'd like, I can have it removed.
But that wasn't gonna be cheap. We'll think about it. Sorry, Futaba, but let's talk to your father about this first. Okay, no worries.
Don't worry, it can't hurt you in any way, so...
He told me not to worry, but I was pretty nervous, to be honest. And even though he said this thing isn't alive, it didn't feel like it. This thing on my back, it felt like it had a mind of its own. After that, we talked to our dad. I had a brother and we were both going to college soon, and our family wasn't that wealthy, so... we decided to wait until we were both out of college. Hey, why are you always changing in the corner? Huh? But then, one day, one of my classmates came up to me and lifted up my shirt. What the? Then she froze up. This whole time I was keeping it a secret, but now everyone knew. What is that thing? Gross! I couldn't believe it. The secret was out. Hey, have you guys seen her bruise? It is so gross.
Huh?
My classmate Mutsumi. She started telling everyone at my school, and by the end of the day, everyone knew. And she lifted up my shirt every chance she got. Stop it! Oh, relax. I'm just messing around.
What is that thing anyway? That's really creepy.
It's called a conjoined twin, and... What? That's so gross! I was getting pretty sick and tired of her. And a few days later, she tried to lift up my shirt again. Stop! Ah! What? The thing just smiled at me! It's alive! Mutsumi started freaking out.
It smiled? But I thought the doctor said...
I know, and it gets worse. The next day... What the? Fire! Fire! Her house caught on fire. Hot! Help! Then this burning column fell on her back. My back! They managed to put the fire out, but the house was gone. Luckily, everybody made it out alive. After that, her family moved into this old apartment. What the? Mutsumi, is that? A few days later, she came back to school. But then when she was changing, the bandage on her back came off. Then, it was her burn mark, and it looked identical to the thing on my back. Stop! Stop looking! She got burned in the fire, and her burn mark looked just like the thing on my back. After that, the kids started making fun of her. They found it pretty ironic.
Look at her now!
If you ask me, she deserves it. Then, one day... That's her, over there! Huh? She showed up to school with the police. It was you! You burned my house to the ground! What? She thought I was the one who burned down her house. I saw you walking around my house that day!
Futaba Arioka, right? Can we talk somewhere quiet?
What? And so the cops started asking me some questions.
Seriously, it was her?
I mean, I guess she's got motive, but... She'll pay for this. They had no proof or anything, so for now they let me go, but... The investigation is still ongoing.
Then leave it to the cops. You didn't do it, right?
No, but... I was thinking maybe it was me.
What?
Maybe this thing on my back took over my body, and maybe I set fire to her house without even realizing it, you know? I mean,
she was always making fun of me and stuff, so I had motive.
I had motive.
I don't know, I'm just so scared and...
I don't know. I'm
don't know what
just
to
so
do.
scared and I don't know what to do.
So you came to me.
A few days later. I'm Mutsumi. I'm a junior in high school, and after my house caught on fire, things haven't been going my way. The house burned down to the ground, and my dad didn't have any fire insurance. And the houses around us caught on fire too, and now we have multiple lawsuits on our hands. Ugh, it hurts! And now I have this really ugly burn mark on my back. The doctor said I had third-degree burns, which meant I had to get surgery if I wanted to get rid of this thing. What now? But our family just couldn't afford it. I couldn't even go to the hospital for proper treatment. All I could do was put on ointment and wait for it to heal on its own. Oh, whatever. At least Futaba's going to jail. Futaba was questioned by the cops, and there was no way to prove her innocence. And she had no alibi. It was only a matter of time before she was behind bars. Good riddance. But then, later that night... Huh? On my way home from the store, I saw this girl standing in the street. What are you doing here? It was Futaba. What is it? She was acting all weird. Then I noticed something. She had an axe. What the? This is your fault. You should have never made fun of me. But now you know how I feel. What are you talking about? Time to finish this once and for all. Huh? Then... She came running towards me. I ran as fast as I could, but she was way too fast. But then...
Ha!
Someone came and stopped her for me. Who are you? What's happening?
I'm Shiki. I'm the captain of the Handyman Service Club at Nishihiki Barrier Gokai High.
What? What are you wearing? Who was this guy? Oh, whatever. Just get her away from me.
Don't worry, I'm a certified exorcist.
What?
I know what I'm doing. She's being controlled by her birthmark.
What?
The thing on her neck has a mind of its own. It's controlling her body. He used her to set fire to your place. The conjoined twin on her back was haunted, and it was the one who was behind all of this.
What?
Say your prayers. It's time to put an end to this once and for all.
Hang on, that can't be.
Now, what do you mean?
I made it all up. I told the cops I saw her walking around my house that day, but that was a lie. I just called the cops to make her life more difficult. But wait, so it was her after all? I made it all up, but now he was telling me that it was just her all along. Well, it was actually the weird mark on her back, but... Oh, just get rid of her for me! But then...
Okay, I think we got everything.
Okay. Huh? She went back to normal? I made it all up! Then the guy took out a phone. He had me on tape! What the...
We knew you tried to set her up, but we needed proof.
They got me good. It was all an act. They were just trying to clear her name and I fell right for it. No! A few days later. Wow, amazing! I was able to get the surgery for free. Why? Because Mutsumi needed a donor to treat her burn, and they chose me as the donor.
You guys are a perfect match. It was pure coincidence, but yeah.
I see. Her burn mark was about the same size as my birthmark, so Dr. Asagiri decided to give her a skin transplant. Now it was her problem, not mine. Thanks for everything.
No worries. Glad I could be of help.
He hasn't changed one bit. So the birthmark on my back was never actually alive, and the fire at her place, it was all just a coincidence. And Ishiki, he helped me prove all that.
It might take some time to get used to, but it's better than nothing.
Okay, thanks. And so I got rid of my birthmark and Mutsumi's burn marks were healed, so I guess it was a win-win for everyone. Anyway, it was a rough couple of weeks, but glad everything worked out.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Come back again for more, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.